Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another live commentary. This time it's a movie from 2010 starring Tom Cruise and the last good movie that Cameron Diaz did before she retired from acting. And that's too bad because I really liked her. Night and Day. Yes, this is to me the real Mission Impossible 2 because it's a lot different, but it reminds me of a Mission Impossible movie. If you had Anna Bond movie, if you had Tom Cruise in it, and yeah, it's really action packed. It's really funny. It's about 2 hours long. Hold on, I'm staying home today because I wanted to do a podcast. Since it's raining, it's about an hour and 49 minutes. So let's get started. This is a really fun movie, and I wanted to get more attention. So let's do this. Hello, network. This is a Fox movie, so this should be on Disney Plus soon. I skipped this in the theater because I thought it was going to be dumb, but it's fine. This film was flopped at the box office. I don't know why. It's actually a good movie. It's fun. There's some decent cameos. James Mangold directed this. Remember who directed this? The same man that gave people Logan. Yes, same director that did Logan. This starts with the back of Tom Cruise's head. Do you think Disney Plus will add an adult content? Yeah, it will. Because there's a lot of R-rated films that they own now. The oh, One of the only characters I don't like in this movie is the villain. I think the villain's kind of lame. Some Spanish-looking Gerard Butler idiot. I wish it was Gerard Butler, but he was busy doing the bounty hunter. Yeah, it was. The last X-Men movie. It should have been. Either that or in the main series, X-Men Days of Future Past. We didn't need any more after Logan. You could still do the Deadpool movies because they're spin-offs and they have a different character, but stop doing these main X-Men movies. Well, they stopped because New Mutants flopped last year, so it's over. Now the MCU is going to do X-Men. There she is. Cameron Diaz. Oh, Maggie Grace is in this movie. She was doing the Taken sequels at the time. Yeah, why did I decide to do this one? Because, well, Jack Reacher I only have on Blu-ray, so. Yeah. To me, Dark Phoenix, I skipped it because I saw the bad version back in 2006 with The Last 10. They screwed up the Dark Phoenix saga. Plus, Tom Cruise worked with Cameron Diaz before in Vanilla Sky 20 years ago. You are yummy, Cameron. Plus, I have to see some films with Tom before Mission Impossible 7 comes out next year. It got delayed, so I gotta wait.
Those are exhaust tips for us.
Film looks great. Mangold knows how to direct a movie. Did you see the god awful movie Music? No, never heard of it. Why haven't I seen Live Die Repeat? Because I don't like Emily Blunt, guys. It's not for me. She's not for me. I have to see Looper and Sicario. I think I'm gonna suffer enough with her.
Well, I just checked in for this one a couple minutes ago. That must be some sort of mistake. Sorry, computer shows that were blocked. This is Sherry. All my little sisters getting married. I practically raised them. I'm sorry, we are completely sold out. Listen, can you help me out for a second?
What kind of plane is sold out now during COVID? Nothing. A lot of airports were empty last year.
What do you have, sir?
Best and worst Disney Channel protagonists. One of the best ones is from Phantom of the Megaplex, Taylor Hanley, because he's a teenager that works at a movie theater, and he has an interesting story. Oh, there's not Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis is in this movie briefly, and that's the guy from Green Lantern, Peter Sarsgaard. Yeah, there's some big name actors in this movie. The worst protagonist is the ones from Gotta Kick It Up because they just can't act. I don't even know who the protagonist is. I think it's America Ferrera, but man, she is so uninteresting. Oh, I better mute this. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Sorry, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Even if you hear music for 2 seconds, you know how YouTube is, or StreamYard.
No wonder these airlines are going out of business. There's nobody on the plane.
And she doesn't know why. June. That's the month we're still in. It is summer, but it's still June.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, thanks. You know, I'm sorry, how's it? April is getting married, but not till Saturday. Yeah, cool. Well, I do have a fitting tomorrow, so I do actually have to go home.
There is an extended cut of this movie I saw on the cable. It's a little bit longer. It's just a few shots that are different. It's not like it's an R-rated cut. Mm-hmm. There's one F-bomb in this movie, just like Mission Impossible Fallout.
I'm restoring my dad had a garage.
Her voice is soothing. The best is Raven. The worst is Corey in the House. I counted Disney Channel movies because shows, it depends. Nobody asked for that spinoff. Yeah, no one asked for Raven's Home either. Because that was just a spinoff that was like 10 years too late. They only did it because Fuller House was a hit on Netflix. That's why they do these spinoffs years after the original was off the air. They did the same thing with iCarly last week on Paramount Plus. I haven't seen it yet, so don't ask. I don't have Paramount Plus. What if they do another Sweet Life reboot? I don't want one. Dylan and Cole are already too old. They're going to be 30 next year. I don't want them to do another spinoff. They were already getting old when they did On Deck, and I didn't care for On Deck. It's just not as good as the original. They made London a complete dumbass. I hated Bailey. I hated Woody. I didn't like what they did with Doc Shaw. They gave him nothing to do.
Express. Emily Mountain goes with nothing but a motorcycle backpack. Just a stranger on the balcony of the hotel.
Where's that?
South of France. What about you? What's your list?
Yours sounds pretty good.
Here we go. That was too close. She almost got hit with her luggage.
Thanks.
I guess people were expecting this to be Mission Impossible, but we did get a Mission Impossible movie a year after this with Ghost Protocol, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is crazy. He won't do what he is Steven thing. It's done. They did the movie. It's in 2003. It's over. Sometimes you have to let a story end. You shouldn't keep going. If it's over, just leave it over. Yep. Have a vaccine, buddy. He needs help, yeah. Stealing from hobos and wearing a bag over his head and running like a crazy person. He cracked. He cracked it, ever since he worked with Michael Bay. Film's fun to watch. Hit him with the seatbelt. Yes, you have bosoms, Cameron Diaz. I see them. I saw them in The Mask when I was 9. Yeah, and I wonder why I'm not homosexual or bisexual, because I'm into women. What if Seth MacFarlane was in a Disney show now? Kind of late.
Where's the set?
See, Mangold knows how to hold a camera so you can see the action in this movie. He's not going to shake the camera or do this or jump cut like this. He doesn't do that. Because that's for directors that don't have confidence in their action sequences. Yeah, there's some blood in the movie. Man, it's a plane full of killers. Yeah, I didn't see that coming when I first saw that. He doesn't hear any of this. He doesn't hear the gunshots or the punching or the kicking. Yeah. What about a Good Luck Charlie reboot? I never saw the original. I didn't care. It's another show where it's a white family and their troubles. It was basically a ripoff of Full House, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen Full House already. Disney is just pro. Nowadays, it's just more pro. Where like every family has to be white. I'm like, why can't you do an interracial couple? Shazam did. Barrett was, hey, what's up, Jalen? Shazam did a very interracial integrated cast and never apologized for it because you have a Hawaiian father and a Spanish mother and a Spanish kid and an Asian kid and a black girl. Yeah, very interracial. White is not the supreme race in this world. Just to let you know, Disney, you and your racist agendas. That's the thing. Name me 90% of their shows from the Disney Channel, whether it be from the 90s, the 2000s, or the 2010s, usually has a mainly a white cast. There was a few of them that stood out. Andy Mack, Raven, Casey Undercover, even Sweet Life of Zack and Cody at least had London in it and Mr. Mosby, so it was integrated. It was ahead of its time. But nowadays, it's like Sydney to the Max and freaking all these other shows like Gabby and the Duran and the Syllables. Yeah, it's just not the it's not the same.
I mean, they're dead.
Do I finish here some for a reboot? Well, they did a movie last year. That was good enough for me. Yeah, they're having a drink while he said, "I killed the pilot." If Cruise ever went to a Comic-Con, I would let him sign one of my Mission Impossible sequels, like Fallout, because Fallout's still one of the best action sequels I've ever seen, guys. In the theater, if you didn't see that movie in the theater, you missed out on a great experience because that was like breathtaking. It was one of the yo, hi Bob. I'm doing a live commentary for this movie, night and day. But I feel like nowadays they have to like be politically correct about every movie, where they're like, oh, it has to be integrated or else. Not everything. If it's a period piece, it doesn't have to. Do it naturally. Don't force it in. I looked up Punisher Warzone Jigsaw. It looks horrendous. Yeah. I don't like his design or his stupid New York accent. And he laughs like the Joker. Not Jared Leto's Joker more than Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. It's not intimidating when I don't take them seriously. I can't, no. I can't. Copyrighted music. I prefer Tobin Bell. Yeah, because Tobin Bell's not joking around. He said, I want to play a game. And yeah, you hear that voice and you're intimidated. You don't even see him on screen. And he was not in Spiral. At least not the main character, anyway. He wasn't the main villain. If you guys have seen Spiral, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna wait till Halloween. Gotta see the other Saw movies I missed over the years. At least it took a while before they did Spiral, and they did they have a black lead, which is something different. I gave Spiral a 7. Yeah, I want to see it once at least. I heard it was at least passable. There's Cruise's abs. What is worse, watching the worst movie of all time or living through 2020 again? But I now do 0 to 10. That's fine. The worst movie of all time because at least that's one experience. I don't have to worry about 2020. I don't want to ever go to a year like that again. Yeah, there's a lot of big name actors in this movie. There's a cameo I'm waiting until hopefully Josh will show up. I hope he makes it this time because with Full House he made it literally when it was over. The movie's just about 20 minutes in, so I love how crazy Tom Cruise is in this movie later on. This movie's not perfect. Like I said, the villain kind of sucks. But it's not Fast 9. The popcorn's kind of stale. And I gotta put some butter on it next time. Eminem's an okay rapper, yeah. What do you think of Joey King? She's adorable. I think she's cute. I would love to kiss her little face. She's got big, juicy lips for a white girl. An explosion, yeah, because we've seen that before in every other Mission Impossible movie, whether it be the first one or Fallout. Because I already did a podcast for 3, 4, 5, and 6. I haven't done the first one. And the second one, I don't own it because I don't like the second one. To me, this is the second Mission Impossible movie compared to... Because there's actually action in this movie. I enjoy meeting you. Zack Snyder Justice League is good, but not the best of the DCU. It's way too long. You don't need 4 hours to tell a good story. Joss Whedon did it in 2, and the Russos did it in 2 for Infinity War. Endgame is actually 3 hours, but that's with the end credits. Without it, 2 hours and 49 minutes. That's like an hour shorter than the Snyder cut. It's too freaking long. I still think Shazam is the best DCU movie. Does Tracy Morgan use the same voice? Yeah. I talk like this. I talk like this and everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Shazam and Wonder Woman are the best. Yeah. Shazam was a surprise. I didn't think it was going to be as funny and charming as it was. What do you think of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? I think it's underrated. It's not as horrible as people say it is. There's Maggie Grace. She's a lovely girl. I know people hate her for Twilight and for the Taken sequels, but she can be talented. She was good in the first one. I haven't seen her in Lost because I don't watch Lost. I agree. Luca was better than Raya because I was invested. And it was a gorgeous looking film. And it didn't have a stupid third act. And the villain wasn't as gay, in my opinion. Ekole, even though he was not the greatest villain, he was still better than Namari, who was a lesbian that wanted Raya in the worst possible way. So why do you think she saves her at the end? Because she's a lesbian. You can easily see it with the design of her freaking hair. By the way, I'm sick and tired of. I highly resent that, you know. As a man, you shouldn't have your hair shaved on one side and then have hair sticking on the other. So the ugliest design. The best Coen Brothers movie is The Big Lebowski. That movie's hilarious. Yeah, Peter Sarsgaard. Good actor. I've seen him in some stuff that's good, actually. Besides Green Lantern, he could have been cut out of that. He should have been cut and whatchamacallit, the villain should have been the main, that big creature in the sky. I forgot its name. That CGI monster head in space. Parallax? Yeah, Parallax should have been the main villain. Worst Coen Brothers, I haven't seen a lot of their films. Just Lebowski and I think that's it because I haven't seen Fargo or any of their other films because they're mostly dramas. But their best is still Lebowski because it's hilarious. Is Frozen 1 and 2, Big Hero 6, and Wreck-It Ralph better than Raya? Yeah, because I was more invested. Because Raya had two good leads, great animation, good action, and it was funny. But that third act and the villain just sucked, and it took me out of the movie for a while. Sometimes you have to have a strong third act, or the film kind of fumbles a bit. Eat some crackers too. The popcorn was kind of stale. Next time I'm going to put some butter on it and some garlic powder because it tastes a lot better when you have some flavor to your popcorn, because it's generic.
I want to know where we're going.
Shortcut. Until the situation stabilizes. Keep safe.
You said that already.
Do you like Little Debbie Swiss rolls? Yeah, I could have those once in a while. Not all the time. I don't want to have a lot of sweets today. Who's worse, Sam or Michaela? Sam or Michaela? Sam is just crazy. He's just running, going, no, 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 no. Michaela, she's known for her ass. That's it. It's Megan Fox's ass that's the star of those first two Transformers movies. There's a few crackers left. I'll eat them. Gotta stay nourished, There's Tom Cruise. Yeah. I'd rather eat carrots because I don't like Guy Pearce. I'm sorry. He's annoying. At least carrots are good for me. Yep, explosions. I'll have to throw it in his bowl. You see that little boy? No. Kids are also a fan of Tom Cruise if they've seen the Mission Impossible movies. Yeah. When you think about it, Logan could have had comedic moments in it because it kind of does. I give Luca a B minus for now at least. It's in my favorites of the year, without a doubt, no matter what grade I gave it. A B or an A minus. It's a gorgeous looking film. I love looking at it. I like the characters. It made me laugh a lot more than Raya did, especially with the brotherhood between Luca and Alberto. No, I don't really like Gwen's hair cut it into the Spider-Verse, but it kind of looks like that Namari look. But at least she's not into girls in that movie. I just don't like that haircut. It looks unfeminine to me. It's that freaking lesbian haircut that Ruby Rose has in everything. In freaking Batwoman. I don't like it. It looks manly. Does Cameron Diaz ever have hair like that in any movie? No. Even in There's Something About Mary, her hair sticking up. It's not like to the side. I hate that look. Even for a guy, it looks gay. I like Raya more, but I respect her opinion. It's just Raya, I didn't like the third act. Sisu gets shot. Raya doesn't save Sisu, and Namari gets way too much damn screen time. Oh yeah, Cruz. It's an action movie. It's an action movie, Cameron Diaz. We have to see shooting, or the movie's going to get a G rating. Stop shooting people. That's like telling the Terminator not to shoot people. Other than Batwoman, DA Ruby Rose, I'm not a fan. I've seen her in other things, and she's not good in them. I saw her in The Meg and John Wick 2, which is the only thing that she's done that was passable. And I saw her in freaking Triple X Return of Xander Cage, and she's not good in that either. She thinks she's the Joker. Yeah. She thinks she's the Joker. She has green hair, and she's shooting people from a distance. She thinks she's the Joker. All you needed was the makeup. And that wasn't good. This movie has a good score too. Who did the score? Let me see. She put the gun in the freaking mailbox. Yeah, that's gonna. Who did the? John Powell did the score for this movie. No, she was in John Wick 2, not 3. 2, what chapter 2 is what Ruby Rose when she was doing sign language. 3 had Halle Berry in it. Kevin Feige wouldn't let Michael Bay make an MCU movie. No, because he'll make it just about explosions and the girls will be exploited. Or you'd like to see in Mortal Kombat 2. Johnny Cage. I don't want those further adventures of Colt or Cole or whatever the hell his name is. He was boring. I don't like that actor anyway. In the 2021 movie, I liked Raiden. I liked Liu Kang. I liked Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They were done well. I also liked what's his face? No, not Kano. Everybody said Kano was funny. I thought it was annoying. Give me a freaking egg roll. Or I'm gonna blast you with my laser eye like I'm freaking Cyclops from the X-Men. It was dumb. Is Ruby Rose a lesbian? Yeah, you can obviously tell. Come on. Every time she's talking to a woman, she's like, "Oh, I want to bang your brains out." I'm like, I don't get it. Well, as a man, I get it, but if I was a woman, I don't get it. Worst and best product placement in a movie. Well, the worst, Man of Steel was one of the worst. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Because in that movie, they're crashing into things that shouldn't be in the film in the first place. I'm crashing into an IHOP. Oh, there's a Sears right behind me. Oh, we destroy a 7-Eleven. Oh, look, there's a U-Haul truck. I'm like, DC, we're not stupid. Another one was Noelle. On Disney Plus, there's a movie called Noelle with Anna Kendrick. There is so much product placement, they might as well have made the movie product placement in the movie. Like the Emoji Movie. They might as well have done that. That's how much sense it made. Best product placement would probably be some of the 80s films where they have like a can of Pepsi or something like that, or Coca-Cola. Like E.T. They had Reese's Pieces. That was not bad. It didn't distract. It was part of the plot. He fed the alien Reese's Pieces to get his attention. See, it wasn't just there, you know. Plus, I love Reese's Pieces. I think that it's one of the best candies ever. When I have the munchies, I love getting that as my candy choice on Halloween. Are you against the Harley Quinn cartoon? Yeah, because she's a bisexual and wants to bang Poison Ivy. Papa John's is the worst pizza. Yeah, I hate it. I'm glad in Red 2 when they showed the pizza guy got captured. I was so happy. I'm like, that pizza. The last time I ate it, it made me sick. You missed my last question. Which one? I am against the Harley Quinn cartoon. Man, let me go back up. I'm sorry. Would you feel if Matthew Broderick was Willy Wonka and Charlie instead of Johnny Depp? Maybe, but what's wrong with Papa John's? They put a pepper inside the box and the pizza tastes terrible. Hey, Nicholas. I love how Tom Cruise just goes crazy in this scene. Because he has no inhibitions in this movie. He's like, I'm going to shoot this guy. Don't try to stop me. Cruise is crazy. I mean, the guy jumps off of buildings like it's nothing, like he's Spider-Man. But he's entertaining to watch, guys. No matter what movie it is, whether it's an action movie or a crime thriller or a drama or a comedy, the guy can act. I don't like when they put peppers in the box. Why do that? That's disgusting. What if it's a ghost pepper? It can kill me. I don't like peppers on my pizza. I like garlic powder and pepperoni and bacon and sausage, but I don't like freaking peppers. The pepper boy. I don't like pepper. Not on my pizza. I like it on my fries at Red Robin, but I don't like pepper on my pizza. Black pepper or red pepper. 2. How was my top 10 restaurants? I haven't seen it yet. I think I saw it on you do lists on Facebook. I read them all the time. Yep. Yeah, Cruz is crazy, man. He's more of an anti-hero in this movie. Yes, Josh. If you've seen this movie, he threatens her. It's a joke, dude. It's not like, oh my God, Cruz trying to kill somebody. It's a joke, man. He would never harm this actress. Luca was also better than Mitchell's, yeah, because it didn't have a gay protagonist. That makes no sense. How are you gonna kill yourself and then kill her? That makes no sense, Cruz. Cruz is so crazy in this movie. Oh man, he shot him on the leg because Cruz wouldn't kill somebody in cold blood. I saw Cameron Diaz's face there. I'm like, again, what did you expect? This is an action movie. Five Guys and Domino's are top 10, two best. Yeah, I love Five Guys. I go to them. There's one in my area, a few blocks from here. And Sid Haig, may he rest in peace. I miss him. He's a good actor. I really miss him a lot. I know he worked with Rob Zombie a lot, but he was better than that. Domino's, yeah, I go there a lot too. I love their pizza because it still tastes as iconic as what? Wait, Tom Cruise is an anti-hero in this? Yeah, he shot a man, an armed man, and he was like, "I'm gonna if you people don't try to stop me, I'm gonna shoot Cameron Diaz in the head." Yeah, again, it's a joke. Josh, don't take this personally, please. Don't, because I know you were upset at that scene in Fallout on the leg. You're so cute, Cameron. I miss you a lot. I know, Cruz. You're bananas. What would you rather watch? Vanishing for a full 24 hours or eat hot dogs? Hot dogs. If I was Joey Chestnut, I could eat hot dogs, but I'm obviously not. Hmm. Rogue Nation, because I love it. Ilsa Faust. See, there's the F bomb. Because I love Ghost Protocol, but the villain is not memorable at all. That's my problem with that movie. It's not, and there's too much subtitles in that movie. Too much. I mean, she was in Charlie's Angels. What was she expecting? Cruise is a hero in the Mission Impossible movies, but in this movie, he's a little bit more crazier. Mm-hmm. With the without. And I like that he got tough with those guys on the set of MI7. I don't want that movie to get ruined by bad, publicity. What grade do you give Ben Affleck? An A minus. Have I seen Breaking Bad? No, not yet. Has a yellow dress on. It's cute. I know how for a fact you give date. I know because I can't. She's the worst actress I've ever seen on the big screen. I'm sorry. I never found her sexy, not once, in anything that I've seen her in any clip I've seen or anything. Morgan Freeman's an A, not an A plus because he's done some bad films too. There's some product placement, but they're in a convenience store.
What a brave firefighter. Doctors tell me Robbie is going to be okay.
What actors did he have an A+? Scarlett Johansson, Natalie Portman, Amanda Peet, because she's good in everything. What's worse, Suicide Squad or The Force Awakens? That's a hard one. Both let me down. In the comics, Black Adam is Shazam's arch villain, but in his upcoming movie, he's going to be an anti-hero. Yeah, because they don't want to boo The Rock. That's why. Dun, 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 dun. I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fat, or make me proud. I am
So why your flashlight never runs out of juice?
Both movies are too long, Nicholas. Way too long. 2 hours and 10 minutes. It could have been 5 or 10 minutes shorter, or 15 minutes shorter. Have you seen The Seventh Son? Oh, that was awful. You have freaking Jeff Bridges in that movie, and I think Ben Barnes was in the movie. He's horrible in everything. And then you had Julianne Moore wasted as the villain. It was so bad. Adam Driver and Oscar Isaac, B. Okay, oh, that's another craze. Okay. Driver can act. I've seen him. Black Klansman. It's just when he's throwing a hissy fit and screaming in The Force Awakens, it takes me out of the experience. Darth Vader did not have to scream like that or take his mask off. Yeah, I've seen Black Klansman. He can act, and he's actually funny in that movie. With how dark that movie is. Toni Collette, no, D-. Not an F because she's not horrible, but she's an ugly woman. I don't find her attractive, and she does the same accent and everything. Do you still hate Oscar Isaac? I have to give him another shot. Black Adam is going to battle Hawkman, Atom Smasher, Eclipso, and Dr. Fate, but then the third act movie will have all 5 of them team up. Yeah. Seven Son was one of the worst movies of 2015. It was. I hated it. So forgettable. It's a waste of Jeff Bridges, who can act, I know. Stephen Amell or Grant Gustin. You spelled Gustin wrong. It's with an I, but I like them both. It's just that, I've seen more of Grant Gustin because The Flash is more of an important character to me. Manhattan. New York, baby. There's Viola Davis again. She basically is her Amanda Waller character here. Just her hair's colored. It was directed by Dion Taylor, who directed The Intruder, which I hated that Intruder. I watched Fatal yesterday and it sucked. Yeah, that was that movie where Hilary Swank was a crazy person. Yeah. Would you rather watch Jupiter Ascending on a continuous loop or watch Without Atlas? Neither, because they both suck. Brooklyn, New York. Yep. Oh, this is the shootout where Cameron Diaz uses the gun. Yeah, she does an Irish accent in Glassland, but like I said, she does mostly a fake American accent and everything else, like Hereditary and Krampus and The Sixth Sense. I'm like, it's the same accent. You're Australian. You're not fooling me. Let me mute this. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Graham was a good Flash in the first few seasons, but later, yeah, he cries too much. It's self-loathing. That's not what the Flash is about. You can show emotion, but don't stop trying to be a drama. Please. The Flash movie can't be like that. They're already getting a lot of good people on to work on it, and I'm hoping for the best, man. Fingers crossed. No, I'm muted. Is Cruella a pointless Disney remake? It's not a remake because it's a prequel first because they show Cruella as a kid, and then and then before she has the name, it's more like a prequel reimagining. Richard Linklater is overrated. Yeah, I haven't seen this film. What grade do you give Spike Lee? It depends. Maybe a B because a lot of his films are about race. I get it, racial relations and prejudice. I've seen his movies, so I know. Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever and all that. Yeah. Have you seen the 2018 Halloween? No. Yeah, I'm waiting until Halloween. The Before trilogy and Boyhood are masterpieces. I really like Dazed and Confused. I haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. Other guys. The only Linklater movie I dislike is Where You Go, Bernadette. Yeah, I heard it was weird. Is Mulan 2020 and Asian Ray? Yeah, no doubt about it. Overpowered and no vulnerability in the same expression on her face. Yeah, yeah, they have they're terrible stuff. It was casting Dario, but she was replacing Dakota with Dakota Johnson. Dakota Johnson's way better, way more attractive, and a better actress. I know, I've seen her. She deserved better than 50 Shades getting her ass slapped. And she's so scared in this movie. I'm like, you were in Charlie's Angels. I think you can show some dignity. Yeah, that's one problem I have with Cameron Diaz's character in this movie. That she's scared of almost everything, and I'm like, but in Charlie's Angels and Full Throttle, she actually can do something in that movie. In those movies, they reveal first look at Halle Berry as a black African. She's not. That's not Halle Berry. That's it's a black girl, but it's not Halle Berry. And you spelled it wrong. You put Halle Bailey. Spell it right. If Sacha Baron Cohen was Kyle Ren, you mean Kylo Ren. Uh, he was awful. He was not that great in Luca. I thought could have been cut out of Luca. He sounded like a muppet like, in Luca, and I'm like, you could have cut him out as that uncle. It was not needed. Is this the train scene now, or yeah? They could have picked any other actor to play Batman, but no, they had to pick Robert Pattinson. He's not in canon with the DCEU. It makes no sense. Yeah. Look at her. She's like, This is better than the Mummy remake, I think. And the actress for Ariel in the upcoming Little Mermaid is actually named Halle Bailey. Yeah, whatever her name is. I don't know. I thought you spelled Halle Berry wrong. It's similar, but I don't really care, guys. You're not gonna top the '80s film. You're not. Whatever happened to Johnny Jerry? I don't know. Maybe he's on vacation. It's summer. A lot of people are on vacation now. There's no more school, and just for summer school people, and that's it. Some people have their summers off. I like to have my summers off. How would you feel if John Snyder directed a SpongeBob movie? That would be dumb. Because he would probably make it 3 hours. I'm like, SpongeBob works at 90 minutes or 30 minutes if it's an episode. Fish. Yay. Her in a bikini, just like in Charlie's Angels 1 and 2. Wow. That's almost an entire day. I saw him on another stream a few days ago. Who's longer, Nolan or Snyder? They both make movies that are too long. Just tell your story in under 2 hours. Can you do that? It's not impossible. This movie did it. And James Mangold, even Logan felt was shorter than 2.5 hours. It was a long movie, but he drugged her, so that he's a like I said, he's an anti-hero. Ethan Hunt would never do that. Will the Little Mermaid reboot be woke? Yeah, probably. Because why not? I guess like In the Heights wasn't Hispanic enough, so they have to make it more. What do you do? When did you stop watching Game of Thrones? I never started. I don't like the cast. Most of those people are British and they can't act. So what do you want from me? Which which would you rather do? Watch Cats or climb the Empire State Building? Climb the Empire State Building with the harness. At least then it's a thrill of a lifetime over some god awful CGI. Nice ass shot. Eee. Sorry about that, guys. It's a Mangold movie. If he's gonna have a woman in a movie, not a little girl like in Logan, he's gonna show a woman's something. Because he also did Identity, and Amanda Peter's sexy in that movie. You only seen clips from Cats? Yeah, because I've refused to see it. The CGI is horrendous. Would a black Superman and black Ariel from Little Mermaid be on the same level? Yeah, because apparently everything has to be colored, even though we have a lot of diversity. It's just people want to force it. If Snyder directed Endgame, it would have been 5 hours. Yeah, because he doesn't know how to tell the story in a short time. Yeah. She's on a little island. Yeah, this is the villain. This is the villain. Almost an hour into the movie. Would you want a live action Hunchback of Notre Dame? No, because the original was very dark for a kids movie. How would you feel if Denzel was in Black Klansman? He's not needed. His son is fine because he's not as pretentious as his father. And that's the thing. His movies are too highbrow for me, and they're boring. What's worse, Ballistic X versus Sever or Seven Sons? Ballistic, because it was a waste of a good cast. Would you want a live action Big Hero 6? That could work, but it's so recent that I don't think it would work right now. What grades do you give Remember the Titans? And I haven't seen those. I haven't. Yes, I know it's on Disney Plus, but I'm not going to see it. And can you cover Sin City? I have to watch it first. I've seen this before. Attack of the Clones. Just say you're attracted to each other and call it a day. How would you feel if you feel this were directed a 3-hour Bilko epic movie? It's too much. He did Schindler's List, and that's hard to watch. Trust me, guys. Just because it's in black and white does not mean it's a kid. It's for families. It's horrendous. It's horrifying to watch. Not because it's a bad movie, because it's a Holocaust film. What do you think is going to be in it, guys? A bunch of Nazis killing Jews. I don't want to see that right now. I have too much respect for them. Do I want the Big Hero 6 to be part of the MCU? Yeah, if they get the original actors back. They are Marvel characters, just more obscure. What if Jurassic World goes to space? Well, Fast and the Furious already did it. Look what happened. Yes, he did. At least this film has a good pacing. Mangold knows how to do a good pacing. Even in Logan, when there's no action, there's a lot of atmosphere and good dialogue, and even a couple of jokes when Xavier's taking a pill. He's like, that's funny. Would you rather watch the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie again, or get a bunch of ranch dressing dumped on you? Would you want a live action Moana? No, because the movie just came out. Yeah, Cameron Diaz takes a lot of naps in this movie. Is this the train scene? I think we're getting up to the train, yeah. She's on a train now. You forgot to answer. It's just you guys have so many questions, and I can't answer all of them. Sorry. She's in the Alps. There's Paul Dano. Good actor. You read it, but I didn't answer it. Fine, the ranch dressing. Got it? Yeah, it's like Harry Potter when they're on the train in the first movie. When they meet Hermione for the first time with her frizzy hair. She's cute with frizzy hair. What happened to Emma Watson, man? You go from this cute little girl into a woman, and then you disappear for 2 years. Austria, where Arnold's from. No, Kristen Stewart gets an F because she's just horrendous. And did you see her blonde hair now? Ugh. I'll take Cameron Diaz any day and Charlie's Angels over her. I never found Kristen Stewart to be an angel. Ever. People were horrified about Sonic's early design. Yeah, but they fixed it and it looked great. Jupiter Ascending because it's shorter. Oh, there's Hawkman. Yeah. It was Hawkman in the DC's Legends of Tomorrow, the first season. Much better actor than freaking Jai Courtney, I could say that. He's German. He was in DC Legends of Tomorrow. I liked Hawkman and Hawkgirl. They actually were good in that show. Too bad they didn't come back in seasons 2 to 5 or 6, whatever they're up to now. What if Angry Birds was live action? It wouldn't work. It was based on a game. Animated, it works fine. It's cute. Do you like Donnie Wahlberg? Yeah, he's fine. He's not as crazy as his brother Mark. He talks like this and everything, and I'm like, please, Tom Holland, don't talk like that in every movie either, because he's working with Mark Wahlberg in the Uncharted movie. I'm like, I don't need two guys talking like it's gonna take me out of the movie. I never played the Uncharted games. I want to one day, Just don't talk like this for 2 hours. Dano's a good actor. I've heard. I drink your milkshake. That's hilarious, guys. I'm sorry, I can't take that seriously. It's one of the funniest lines in any drama. He's like, I drink it up. Like Daniel Day-Lewis overacts like crazy. They only give him Oscars because he's a Brit and he overacts. That's a good reason. What do you give Bruce Willis at 2010 to 2019? He's done some good stuff in that time. Not everything he did was Cosmic Sins, guys. Red was good. Yeah, Red was good. And so was Red 2. Looper I have not seen, but I heard he's good in that. So not everything he did in the 2010s sucked. When he tries, he can try really hard. Cosmic Sin, I'm avoiding it like the plague too, Bob. I am not watching it. I thought that was the sequel to Edge of Tomorrow. It's not. Is Angry Birds also better than Mitchell's? Yeah, because the first two movies there was nothing gay in it. At the very least, there was nothing gay about the Angry Birds. I didn't like. There's an eagle nearby in the second one, but that was just repetition. Ooh, right in the face, Hawk, man. Yeah, I did like the early seasons of the Legends of Tomorrow because I like them time traveling. That was interesting to me. I know people will say, but it also had gay characters. I know it had Ooga Booga Pants Constantine, who's bisexual, and so was Sarah Lance, who was the White Canary. How come some actors are good when they overact, but others are bad? Because some people are trying to win an Oscar when they're overacting. One of the best overactors is Christian Bale, because I just laugh my ass off when he's overacting in Terminator Salvation or The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. I'm just on the floor laughing. Too bad the director sucks now. Which director? It's not Red has a gay relationship with Chuck or Bob. I don't know what that means. No, it doesn't. Do you think Kristen Stewart has doe eyes and a beaver teeth? No, she doesn't have beaver teeth. Just she's like, she sounds like she's having an orgasm in every movie that she did. That wouldn't sound bad, but trust me, no, what are you talking about? And everything is just it's distracting. Doug Liman, he did the first Bourne movie, Bourne Identity. It's not a bad director. It's just I don't want to see Chaos Walking, guys. That lead actress will suck my soul out. I can't let that happen. What do you grade James McAvoy? Tom Hardy overacts too. Yeah, but he's a cartoon. Venom was not supposed to be overacting. Chuck in Angry Birds should have been named Speedy. Oh, you mean the yellow bird? Yeah, the one played by Josh Gad. Yeah, he was cute. He's basically Tweety if he was on Speed. After this train scene, they go to another. Yeah, Daniel's a good actor. I know a lot of people don't say he's a weird-looking guy, but he can act. I would like to see him in a Marvel movie or a DC movie. And they're in Germany, like in Captain America: Civil War. I remember that when they said Polizei, that's how they say police in German. Polizei. Which Game of Thrones actor has the most annoying accent? You take your pick. Freaking Sophie Turner or freaking Maisie Williams or whatever. They all sound the same. Dinklage is doing it, but he won awards for it, and he's American. Pedro Pascal, he's Mando now. Jason Momoa is Aquaman. They went on to better things. What did Sophie Turner do after Game of Thrones? Dark Phoenix, that was horrible. Maisie Williams, New Mutants. You see what I'm going here? Not everybody in Game of Thrones, even Emilia Clarke, she's a disaster. Every time she's in a franchise, she ruins it. And people wonder why I'm not looking forward to Secret Invasion, because I don't like Emilia Clarke. She sucked in Solo. She sucked in freaking Terminator. Give it a rest. How would you feel if Adam Driver was in Pixels instead of Adam Sandler? Would be a better performance. Look at those feet. Yes, Josh, I know. I'm starting to get a foot fetish, but not in a way you think. It's not in a I'm gonna lick a girl's toes like out of nowhere. No, it's slight. It's like I like to touch a woman's feet. It's nice. I prefer hair, but because it's softer and it's less disgusting. But oh yeah, this is the scene with Josh's favorite actress, one of his favorite actresses besides Karen Gilliam. Walking Dead is better. Yeah, but I don't like the cast there either. Like Lincoln and freaking Lauren Cohen. Come on. Why are you casting Brits to play Southerners? That's what I got to say to you about that casting decision. There's nobody British in this movie. Nobody. And this is an international movie where they go to other countries. Ryan Reynolds should have been in Pixels. Yeah, he basically is in Free Guy, but there's a British chick in that too. They are my kryptonite. I'm sorry. I see them, I hear that accent, and my body gets very tense. Which Josh Gad character you like more? Olaf. You saw my costume. I think he's adorable. Chuck is cute, but he's basically Olaf if he was like talking faster and was running around. He's got the same voice in almost everything, except in his Artemis Fowl voice like this. Yeah, which that's terrible. I don't know what they were thinking with that, making him sound like Batman. Norman Reedus isn't British. Not Reedus. Lincoln, the guy with the beard, the main character in the first couple seasons of Walking Dead, and Lauren Cohen. Why? It's not needed. Cast better. Breaking Bad didn't have anybody British in the main cast. You freaking idiots. Or Mad Men. You're so cute, Cameron. Can't believe the first movie I saw her in, I was 9 years old. Yeah, don't leave the room. And I saw people were like, Norman Reedus, I liked him in the Boondock Saints. He's a good actor. It's not the problem. It's just that Lincoln guy with the beard and just his Southern accent sucks, man. I heard better Southern accents on the Looney Tunes cartoons. Oh, this is. I wish Josh was here. I'm going to share this with him on Facebook in a little bit. Because this is his favorite actress. He goes nuts for her and everything. It's because of that sexy accent of hers. It sounds like a mix of like Hebrew and French. It's so hot. It's one of the hottest accents I've ever heard in my life. Which Josh Gad character is worse, the gay Olaf from Beauty and the Beast or the one from Pixels? Pixels, because he's screaming. He screams half of his dialogue, and it's painful. Jonah Hill doesn't scream in everything. When he did 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street, or there she is. Oh, my God. I get it. It's Wonder Woman, guys. Yes, Wonder Woman. She has the hottest accent I've ever heard in my life. One of the hottest. Her and Holly Hunter. It's a Jewish woman inside of Germany. Yeah, that hits a little close to home. But if you cut that out, because she also spoke German in the first Wonder Woman movie, but she is just gorgeous, man. I can't take it. Michelle Monaghan is wasted in Pixels. Yeah, because Adam Sandler wants to rape her. You're so gorgeous. Yes, Josh. An hour and 8 minutes, and that sexy accent shows up. The face just. Who's your companion? You are absolutely scrumptious, gal. I like how soothing her voice is. It's very soothing. Do you like Jules from Pulp Fiction? Yeah, it's a good actor. Samuel Jackson screams a lot. I said that with Wonder Woman 84, but not because of Gal. Yum, yum, yum. Be careful with that face, Cruz. A lot of men like her. Don't hurt her face. Yeah, if this was Birds of Prey, you would lick her face like an ice cream cone. Does CinemaSins point out every flaw? No, they just hate on everything. Look at that nose. Absolutely. Yes, I do understand. Look at that face. I just want to touch it. I want to touch it. I want to touch it with both hands. Pixels is a 3. Yeah, he grabbed Gal's face. And sorry, Cameron Diaz, I know you're beautiful, but Gal's got dark hair and that hot accent. Yeah, that's it. Gal's not in the rest of the film, but she's in about a minute. But Josh is like, I'll see her in anything, even a commercial. I'm like, yeah, because she's gorgeous. What can I say? Did you see Keeping Up with the Joneses? Are Kristen Stewart and Maisie Williams also lesbians? Kristen is bisexual, but that's not good either because she looks like a lesbian. And Maisie, I have no idea, but I'm not into her. She looks like a little boy. She doesn't look like a girl to me. I'm sorry. I like my girls that look like girls, not look like boys. Yeah, Viola Davis. I like her beautiful dark skin. It's nice to look at. Yes, sir. You missed my last two questions. Classic film. This is not a Q&A. This is a live commentary. Say some comments. Don't give me a question every 2 minutes, please. What grade do you give Tim Allen? A B, because some of his films are bad from the 2000s. There, I did it. Happy? He's like, I will talk to you wherever I want. I'm like, be careful with the gal's face. Don't ever grab her face like that, because she has a $1 million face. I know. Again, spy like Ethan Hunt. Do you like Viola Davis as Amanda Waller? No, she's a bitch, and I don't like her haircut. I like her hair like curly. What do you think of 2015 Vacation? I haven't seen it. What grade do you give Jim Carrey? An A minus, because some of his films I like. I like most of his comedic stuff, his voice acting, and of course, is The Grinch, because that's a classic Christmas movie. Yes, I call it a classic. I like the animated version, but I like that the remake is longer and they do something different. It's not a beat for beat copy of the original. I need some more water, but I'll get it later. Do you want Robotnik to throw tantrums? No, but because he was like, oh, that was funny. That's for comedic effect. When Kylo does it, he does it out of nowhere. Like he's just like, these people have escaped. Instead of taking his lightsaber and killing somebody, he destroys a bunch of gears. People were laughing in the theater. Laughing. Darth Vader, when he killed that guy and broke his neck, they weren't laughing. I I wonder how Chris Tucker had a higher voice, because I don't know, when he hit puberty, when his octaves got higher pitched, or Kevin Hart, the same thing. The only Mangold film I've seen so far is Ford vs. Ferrari. You haven't seen Logan? He's done Logan. He did Logan, Identity, and a bunch of other stuff that I've seen. This one I recommend. If you can stream this movie, watch it, because it's worth your time, classic film collector. Best Bruce Willis movie is Sin City. The worst is A Good Day to Die Hard. That's debatable, because I saw Hudson Hawk when he was in his prime, and that's a bad movie. See Logan. I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna see it this summer, in probably July or August. Would Kylo Ren work as an angry gamer nerd? Yeah, because he just throws a tantrum for everything. I do want to see Logan in more of his films, because Mangold is a good director. Even when he does a misfire, I think he did another movie with Tom Cruise. Did he do Valkyrie? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Let me look that up. Gal should have been in this movie more, but Gal was doing Fast and the Furious 6, I think. Yeah, because 5 had just come out a year later. She was doing 5, and then 6 a few years later. I could mute this for a second. Valkyrie was singer. Okay, it's my bad. Best and worst Expendables. The best is the first one. The worst is 3 without a single question. 3 was bad CGI, a PG-13 that didn't work, and it was just horribly written. Do you want a duck hunt movie? No, because it barely has a plot. It's a person shooting ducks in the air while a dog catches it or laughs in your face. There's not much of a story there. So Viola Davis is not a cameo. She's a supporting role near the end. Walk the Line I've not seen, but I love Joaquin Phoenix now because of Joker. He also did Heavy, which I never heard of, from 1995. He's also did the Wolverine. That was decent, but it could have been better with an R rating. Rank the Dark Knight trilogy. I can't do that right now because, like I said, I haven't seen it for a while. There's Cruise jumping on a building again. He did Copland. That's a really good film. He did Girl Interrupted. I haven't seen that yet. 310 to Yuma. I started that movie. I never finished it. The remake. He did. He's doing the Untitled Indiana Jones project. He's directing it and not Spielberg, because Spielberg is just too old. But he's done some good stuff. The movie's almost over, guys. We're an hour and 16 minutes in. We got about 30 minutes left. This reminds me of the scene in Ghost Protocol. The best is Expendables 2. The worst is 3. 3, everybody can say that's the worst because it's just not good. How would you feel if Denis Villeneuve directed a Saw movie? He'll make it look beautiful because all of his films look great. He didn't go down. He just disappeared for a while because Cruise is doing Mission Impossible 4. I have memories. I know I do. I guess you don't want Emilia Clarke as Jessica Drew as Spider-Woman. No, I don't. She's in Secret Invasion. Why? She can't act. And there's her taking a nap again. Schwedelbach, Germany. That's where they are now. What do you think of Shawnee Smith? I like her as an actress. I've seen her in the Blob remake and Summer School. I just saw that again. Yep. Fire, fire, fire. People shoot and ask questions later. You know, does British people make your ears bleed? Yes, they do a lot because it hurts my ears.
I don't have the battery, but John's gonna get it now. Yeah, I got the next best thing. I'll see you in Spain in 2 days.
I don't understand why they have to be in everything. They're not in this movie. Yet in every Mission Impossible movie, in every Narnia movie, every Pirates of the Caribbean film, every freaking Star Wars film that's come out, they have to put it. Why? Because they want to be they want to pander to the UK. I don't understand why. I've never been there. Do you like Wallace and Gromit? Never seen it. Or I've seen Chicken Run. I haven't seen like Shaun the Sheep or any of that. I'm not really that big into clay animation from over there. It looks cheap and it's weird. I like clay animation in like a short film, but in a feature film, it's hit and miss for me. Okay. This brought to you by Mickey Mouse. These are some stickers that I got for Mickey Mouse. Yeah, the villain's barely in this movie. Villains a movie's only as good as his villain, and the villain has to have more than 5 minutes of screen time. Imagine if Thanos only had 5 minutes of screen time in Infinity War or Endgame. It wouldn't work. You have to have a big presence. I give it a D plus. What? Chris Tuckman gave F9 a C minus because he knows the movie's not good. It's a cartoon, guys. This movie is less of a cartoon. You know why? Because the cars are not flying. freaking idiots. Justin Lin is a good director. 0 out of 10. I haven't seen. I saw Food Fight. I can't do it. One movie, Suicide Squad or Jupiter Ascending. They both suck. Hey, at least Jupiter Ascending, I can laugh at Eddie Redmayne. I create life. Yeah, he overacts like crazy, man. It makes no sense. Like he's whispering like this, and then he's yelling everything. I'm like, oh my god, that's exactly what he called it. It's a cartoon. I'm telling you, it is a cartoon. You want a Fast and Furious cartoon done well? See the Netflix series. I think it's called Spy Chasers or something. It's better because it knows what it is. It's a cartoon. Stop making movies into cartoons if they're not cartoons. Luca was a cartoon and it was beautiful. Luca was a cartoon and was taken seriously and it was beautiful to look at. Into Darkness is a 4. I don't love it. I like the first 2 acts. The third act kind of falters a little bit. Yeah. It's a cartoon, I'm telling you. I'm going to see his review after this. The film kind of stalls a little bit with these scenes with Cameron Diaz, only because Cruz is not there, but he does come back in the third act to save her when she meets the villain of the movie, who's barely in the movie. I'm sorry. They go to Spain, and there's a running of the bulls, and then the villain shows up and speaks a little Spanish, and that's it. That's it. Wow. The Final Frontier is the worst Star Trek movie of the original series. Yes, it's just it makes no sense. What does this God have to do with a starship? I know they never said that in any of the series, any of the Star Trek series, whether it be the original or the Next Generation or the cartoon or the freaking Voyager or Deep Space Nine. They never mentioned God in any capacity in a way like that. And here it's a freaking head that shoots lasers. Yeah. Not my pick. Are you ever going to watch The Room? Yeah, but I have all summer to watch it and laugh at it. You are tearing me apart, Lisa. Yeah, I'm going to watch it so I can laugh at it. Is Suicide Squad Looney Tunes? It almost is. The cartoon, the freaking rainbow colors. Yeah, it was too much. The Suicide Squad, I'm going to watch it, but not in the theater. What grade do you give Star Trek 5? A C-. Not a D because, like I said, the actors are trying, but it's not good. That was Photoshopped. That's not Tom Cruise's face. You can tell, like, that's a Photoshop of Tom Cruise's face on that body. Beyond was better, yeah, because it wasn't a remake and it did something different. And the villain, while I wasn't crazy about what he looked like human. It had a finale. It wasn't ripping off Wrath of Khan in the second half. Wrath of Khan and Voyage Home and First Contact are the best Star Trek movies. Yeah. I also like the sixth Star Trek movie, Undiscovered Country. I think is a good movie too. Where are you going to watch Dune? In theaters or at home? At home if I don't have enough money. It depends what I have after Comic-Con. If I don't have much, I'll just see it at home. It's not going to hurt me none. The 3 worst are Nemesis, Frontier, and Insurrection. I think Nemesis is a guilty pleasure. I also think the Search for Spock is not as bad as people say it is. Zendaya's Michi. Michi, who's Michi? Michi. Yeah, now they're in Spain, Sevilla. Running of the Bulls and all that. Hey, look, it's people that didn't make it into In the Heights. Don't people know that Hispanics come in all different shapes and sizes and colors? Not all Hispanics are tan, like me. And they drugged her again. William Shatner or Mark Hamill? Hamill, because I'm a bigger Star Wars fan. Michi from Smallfoot. Oh, that. Running of the Bulls. Yes, I've seen it. It's very scary. Mark Hamill's the best Joker. Yeah, voice, definitely. But you're barely in the movie. The movie's almost over. Why didn't you introduce this villain an hour in? Yeah, look at him. He's Spaniard, yet he's light-skinned. He looks like Gerard Butler if he was Spanish. It's weird. What do you think of Howling 5? It's decent. It's not as bad as 7. 7 is the worst freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. This is like the truth serum scene in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Of course, that's a better movie than this, because that also had a weak-ass villain, even though she's in it more. What Joker do you prefer, Hamill or Joaquin Phoenix? That's a hard one, man, because they both were fantastic. One is got the voice of a generation, and the other surprised the hell out of me. Don't test me, June. This villain smiles too much. I mean, like, I don't know what it is. It's just he rubs me the wrong way. Nope. No, he's not dead. What Joker do you... No, he's not. And put some subtitles. Not everybody can speak the language, you freaking idiot. And I'm sorry, having a, trying to develop a villain in the last 20 minutes, that's not good, guys. That's bad writing. It is. I don't like the villains in Ghost Protocol, but they don't show them an hour into the movie. The villain from the first John Wick. If Christopher Nolan directed Titanic and Magnolia, do you think there'd be 4 hours? Yeah, because these directors think they need a long running time to tell a good story. He is dead. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Gerard Butler is way better than you, dude. Harley Quinn is the Lego movie too after Suicide Squad. Do you mind that? I didn't like Harley Quinn in that movie, in the Lego movie. Best Hellraiser is the first one. The worst is Revelations. I haven't seen any of them after 5. 5 was the last one I saw. I haven't seen 6 or 7 or 8 or Revelations or the one that came out after that, like Judgment. I haven't seen any of those. The first one is so atmospheric and scary and so visually stimulating that it's hard to top it. 2 is also pretty good. How would you feel if Nolan directed the Diary of a Kid films? It's a kid's movie. I don't think it needs to be long. I'm sorry, Gerard Butler has way more screen presence than this guy. He can be intimidating and he can be funny. And, well, depending on which accent he uses, he's a much better actor. Just I prefer him. What British actress would you ever hate in your life? Who do you think? You can't develop a villain at the end. You have to make them an ongoing presence. That's why the Joker worked in The Dark Knight and Batman 89 and the animated series and the 2019 movie, because you didn't show Arthur halfway through the movie. Stop asking them. No more Taco Bell questions. No. I said no. Best and worst Wrong Turn movies. I've only seen the 2 good ones. The first one and the second one. I haven't seen 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or that remake that came out. What if James Cameron directed The Exorcist? I admit, Spain is a nice looking country because they filmed one of the Star Wars prequels there, but I don't need to hear Spanish if there's freaking subtitles. Are there any Scorsese films you hate? No, not really. I've seen some of his better films. I see Mean Streets, Hugo. I saw. What else does Scorsese do? I know there's other ones. Film collector, this is getting repetitive. He can't answer the. I know. I'm sorry. This is not a Q&A. I keep telling him, not a Q&A. Don't make me mute you again.
You have a problem, Eduardo?
No, you silencio, Bruno. Spider-Verse had 2 flashbacks: Peter Parker's backstory in the beginning of the film and Kingpin's family. Did that bother you? No, because in Man of Steel, it's way too consistent. I'm trying to slow down, guys. I can't help it. Slow down, please, because I don't need it. This is not a Q&A. It's almost summer. It is summer already. It's almost summer, and these idiots keep talking about a restaurant made a movie. It's summer already. The first day of summer was officially yesterday. It's funny. It took her into. They had to give her a freaking truth serum for her to calm down, not scream anymore. I know. Yep, she's on some shit. It's like, what Superman movie is worse, Man of Steel or Quest for Peace? Quest for Peace. It doesn't have the budget. No contest, because Man of Steel at least has a budget. It's just boring and too long, and there's way too many flashbacks. And the CGI fight scenes are like a bad anime. There's like vroom and vroom and vroom, vroom. You could barely see what's going on. And it's just, and I don't like Cavill's screaming. It just takes me out of it. Yeah. There it is. A kiss. At least Man of Steel isn't just flying. No, but I want to see the action. Stop making the camera. You do a shot like this, and then they do a shot like this, and then they do a shot like this, and then they do a shot like this. It's too much. Keep the damn camera steady, Snyder. I want to see what's going on. This movie came out 3 years before Man of Steel, and I can see every action scene. There's not one action scene in this movie that's hard to watch. None of them. Even the scenes at night. There's crews on a not a Vespa, but a motorcycle. It's different. If Henry Cavill Superman lighten up, I'd like, yeah, exactly. It's not supposed to be emo. Airtime. That was awesome. Good shot, Mangold. Good shot. The director of photography did a good job catching that. Oh no, trains! What horror movie have you seen with the most shaky cam? I did like Cloverfield, but they do shake the camera a little too much. I'll just mute this part. I don't care what this villain says. I muted it. Yeah, there's a running of the bulls. Would I ever see this? Would I ever see this in real life? No. I deal with enough Spanish people in New York. I don't have to deal with them in the Spaniards over there. The worst Pixar movie is Cars. There's a running of the bull. It's a mix of real bulls and CGI. What's worse, Cavill Superman or Tom Hardy's Venom? Venom, because we saw more of him. And his voice is stupid. Plus, they ruined a great character. At least Superman, I have Tyler Hoechlin's version now, so I'm okay. But with Venom, there hasn't been a good version of Venom live action all the way through. I don't hate the one from Spider-Man 3, but he should have been in the movie more. Just saying. What was with that Looney Tunes death? That was such a waste of time. He was like, I'm going to kill you. And then he sees the bulls are coming at lightning speed and knock him out. That's great, guys. You got to see this movie to see what I'm talking about. That's a Looney Tunes kill, man. Cars 2 is the worst. I say the first Cars. Because the first Cars was boring. The second one at least was shorter.
It was watchable at least. The second one, the first one, just yep, right between the eyes. That was hilarious. Like that villain is such a waste of space, man. He gets hit with a freaking with a bunch of running bulls. That's awesome. Uh oh. See, Fast and the Furious. This is how you do ridiculous the right way, without breaking the laws of gravity. Illumination Sing is getting a sequel. Yeah, I heard. I someone in the live stream role playing as Tobin Bell. That's fine. Whatever floats your boat. That was funny, man. Like every time I see that death, I'm like, that is such a cartoon. You have a guy in a car trying to shoot Tom Cruise, and then a bunch of bulls just trample him. It's hilarious. Who's your favorite Cars character? I would say Lightning McQueen, but I like Bonnie Hunt's character in the first one. She's cute in the first one. I didn't see she wasn't in two, but I liked her in the first one. Good stunt, man. Good stunt work. I miss when people stunt stunt people should get Oscars for just putting their lives on the line, man, and their bodies through hell just to make a stunt look good. The CGI doesn't look good when someone's jumping and it's a CG figure and it's not a real person. It looks awful. Would you the Fast and the Furious traveling through the multiverse? No. After these last two, just stop. End it. I don't want to see Vin Diesel's car coming out in Jurassic World Dominion. What about Mater? Mater, he's a take it or leave it character because his southern accent kind of gets a little bit racist after a while. Because I'm like, the guy doesn't have a southern accent. He did what in this cup? Okay, that was kind of funny, but it's a stupid line. But it just, I'm like, it's laughable. It's cars having sex in Fast 10. I wouldn't be surprised. After what I've seen with the Fast and the Furious movies, yeah, they're a cartoon. If you're gonna make a cartoon, do like Space Jam. At least there are cartoons in that movie. What do you think of Fast Four? It's bad. It's the only good. It's the only bad one that Paul Walker did to me, anyway. Because I thought, they wasted him. They wasted the characters in that, and it's CGI cars, and John Ortiz as the villain. No, that did not work. And he also plays a Spanish stereotype because we haven't seen enough of that. I mean, for crying out loud, Fast Four came out a year before this, and this has a Spanish stereotype that's barely in the movie. Do you want MJ in Homecoming and Far From Home to throw tantrums? No. Why? Why would she do that? John, best and worst Michael Myers mask. The best one is from the original. The worst is from 5. It looks like somebody sat on it. I would say the remake, but I'm like, the remake one is like broken, like, because it's Rob Zombie's version of Michael Myers. And widescreen, like the ending of Fallout, which got people because the ending is like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which is weird. It's not multiple endings. It's just that Cruz is on a mountain, it goes white. He diffused the bomb, and then he's just sent away, and he's in the hospital. Yeah, this is kind of the same ending. This did it first. Hello, Viola Davis. The worst is the CGI mask from H2O. It looks bad, but I still think 5 looks worse. It looks like someone sat on it. It's because they use CG because they had CG in 1998. So Washington, D.C., America. Is Paul Walker a character in the Fast movies or a real director? No, mute that. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Worst is 6 in my opinion because it looks like a bobblehead. Oh, you mean in The Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah, but there's 2 cuts of that movie. And I'm like, yeah, I still think 5 has the worst mask. Michael Myers cries in that and he takes his mask off. He's not supposed to do that.
It's good to see you. Guys. Ponytails, boy.
Oh yeah. And a bunch of bulls.
Thank you for that. Sounds it. It's got a
His mask is supposed to be scary, not stupid. I know, but just sometimes they just don't know how to do it. The one in the 2018 movie looked a little bit too much like the Rob Zombie version. That's why I didn't see it in theaters. Because I was like, oh God, please don't let this be the Rob Zombie movie again. Five is the worst Halloween movie because Resurrection is easy to make fun of. Yeah, at least Resurrection, the second half of it is entertaining. Like you have freaking Buster Rhymes kicking Michael Myers through glass. That's laughable. It's easy to make fun of. And five is boring and Tina's annoying. Yeah. Would you want Miles Morales throwing tantrums? No, stop. No, enough with the tantrums already, John Hill. Please. Why does everybody got to throw a tantrum? Do you guys have anything new to say? Like, good day, mates, or something? I don't know. Just something different. Yeah, definitely. That's the movie, guys. Well, no, wait a minute. Mute it because I don't want to get a copyright infringement. I really don't. Is the movie over? Well, no, they ended on the beach. I forgot. I haven't seen the movies in a year or so. Have you seen the first look photos of Sasha Callie's as Supergirl? Yeah, I'm indifferent about it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I just think it's there. It's not even the car. It's not even the Cara Danvers version. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sorry, but still, John, it's repetitive. Yeah, it is repetitive. Stop saying the same things in these chats. If not, you will be blocked in the next podcast. I mean it. You'll be blocked and you won't come back unless I say so. I need a break, man. I'll just do this. No, hide. Put a timeout because the movie's almost over anyway, so that'll just help for the next couple minutes. The movie is an hour and 40 some minutes. I've been doing this for an hour and 44 minutes and a few seconds. It's too bad that this is the last good Cameron Diaz movie because after this she did Bad Teacher and Sex Tape and all that. Oh man, I don't know what they were thinking. The casting directors putting her in those movies. He wasn't in it for too long. Tobin Bell and Goodfellas. I don't remember that. Let me mute this. The movie's almost over anyway, so it is pretty long, but it's not 2 hours. Shrek Forever After was good. Yeah, but that was a cartoon. I'm saying live action. This is her last passable movie. After that, it just went downhill, and then she retired after the Annie remake. It's too bad, too. That was fun. That was. Oh wait, there's another scene I forgot. Okay, now the movie's over. Okay, that's it. That's now that it ends. That was James Mangold's Night and Day from 2010. Very underrated movie. I still like the film. I just think the villain is barely in the movie, and he should have been in more. Him and Peter Sarsgaard. He had more screen time, but still, the villains don't have much to do. Make the villains threatening. And people complain about Thanos. At least Thanos did something in Infinity War. It's basically his film. At least he's active. Make the villain active. Kill somebody. Do something. The Bulls had more screen time than that guy, and they're in one scene. But that was Night and Day. I still enjoy it. To me, it's a better Mission Impossible 2. It's not as boring. It's way shorter. It doesn't have any British accents, thankfully, and it goes at a fast pace. So if you've never seen it, try to stream it somewhere or buy the DVD or Blu-ray. It's worth your time. The extended cut's a little longer, but it doesn't really add much. It's just a few more minutes. But thanks for watching. See you, Bob, and the rest of you guys. Remember, next podcast, keep your questions to a minimum. I don't want to answer a question every 2 seconds. I'm only one person, and this is my summer. I want to enjoy it this year, unlike last year. So see you guys in the next one. End.